Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are today. Running again late this week, so hope this finds you well. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell button. You know what to do around here. What's been happening in your part of the world? Anything good? Anything scary? Any information for me? Let me know what's been happening for you. Tell me down below. Over here, a snowy owl appeared down in Cork. Now, you may think, what's so strange about that? Well, it's really rare to find a snowy owl around the parts. 40 years apparently since it's been seen. Photographer took a photograph of him. Beautiful. For the Harry Potter fans in you, kind of like Hagrid. No, Hedwig. Snowy owl looking like Hagrid. Ooh, I really want to see that one. No, Hedwig. Down, I can't pronounce the name of it. I had it written down. It's a peninsula. I'm not even going to try and butcher the name of the peninsula. So down in Cork, they found a snowy owl. Beautiful. Last Monday, the 20th, I'm looking at my notes just up here, on Blue Monday. No idea why it's called Blue Monday. Anybody else suffer from the blues on that Monday? I'm not quite too sure why it is. I must have a research and find out why it's Blue Monday. But that's what I heard. Again, you any idea why it is? Comment below. So here in Tullamore, there's some things that have been going on. We have been given the okay for a 20 million euro shopping centre, which has been quite exciting. A couple of shops that some of the people have said they wanted. Pennies is a real thing we want around here. And Eason's, a big Eason's, not a little Eason's, big Eason's. Super Value, Starbucks. So many people have wanted a Starbucks. If you're from around the area and there's a store or a shop you really want around here, you know what to do. Comment down below. Let me know what you'd really like to have in this big one. There's a cinema coming. Now we have one, a cinema here. To be honest, I don't find it's great. Especially when it comes to birthday parties, there's nowhere to maybe celebrate afterwards, but that's just what I'm used to in Canada. Would you like a different cinema with special rates or something like that? I'd like a bigger cinema. That's just me. The Tullamore Annual came out here. It's the first time I've got it. I'm not too sure what's involved in it. I've seen signs around. So that's what I've got out. And it was -6 here last Sunday. Now, people are going, oh, it's freezing. I lived for a long time in Saskatchewan in Canada. -6 really isn't that cold. I'm kind of used to colder. But I get for here it is really cold and people quite weren't ready for that kind of cold. But it wasn't snowing and it wasn't damp. So I was really not that bothered with it. We just lit the fire and it wasn't a weekday. So the kids weren't standing outside school waiting to get in the morning. So it was cold the next day. You know, the de-icer went in the cars. I dropped the husband to the train at about 5:30 in the morning to defrost the windows or de-ice it, and we scraped it down. So it is cold in the mornings, and they were meant to get a snow cap. Oh my gosh, a cold snap this week. What's the weather like with you guys? Have you got snow? I know some of my friends in Canada still have snow, and actually some of them don't. The weather's quite bizarre out in Canada at the moment. Let me know down below. Put pictures down below. Let me see what your weather's like there. I know some of my friends in New Zealand have their summer now, and Australia's recovering. Now they've got the complete opposite. I've seen huge hailstones coming down. It's kind of the yin and yang of the weather you're getting there. It's pretty dreadful. The coldest we've got is -6. Also up in Dublin, there was the farmers were protesting. There was a huge tractor protest, which was great fun. All the tractors came up from the country and drove really slowly down one of our main motorways, the M50. Oh boy, were people in Dublin pissed off, which I found really funny because they knew for days and days, about 3 days in advance, they knew there was going to be this protest. But there in line is like, oh, I kept me from going on my family, getting home to my family. It's like, there are other ways of getting home rather than being on the M50. There are all the back roads. You knew it was there. They're there for a reason. And you knew it was happening. And you could have left earlier. You could have waited till they got there. There was lots of reasons. And, you know, there was no emergencies. And the the ambulances weren't going down the M50 at that time. They all went the back roads. They knew what was happening. As far as I know, no emergency service was held up by the tractors. They wouldn't have done that. So it was just keeping people a bit late for their meetings, but they knew there was going to be a tractor protest. So if you can't be bothered to, make time and know that this was going to be happening, you've nobody else to blame for yourself. But that's just my opinion. I know people were ticked off, but if you don't live in the country and you don't know what's happening, then that's your problem. It's not really their problem. Well, it is their problem. They did what they achieved to, and that was to disrupt Dublin. But it was a bit of fun looking at the newsreels of all these tractors going down the main motorways at, I think it was 50 miles an hour, which is the slowest rate that they can legally go. And you can do 100 to 120 on the motorway. So that was just a lot of joy for us Irish people watching, or not us Irish, us country folk. Though I'm born and bred Dublin, but I'm living in the country now, watching them go slowly, because we've been seeing and talking to other farmers and knowing why this has happened, and that they had no real other choice. So it was a lot of fun. Completely on the other link and a bit of fun, McGregor against Cowboy, the fight. Now, I'm not a great fan of McGregor. I find he can be a little aggressive. I prefer Katie Taylor. Go Katie. 40 seconds in Vegas, he knocked out Cowboy. He knocked out Cowboy. Did anybody watch the fight? Comment below. Tell me if you watched it. When it comes to his fighting, he's really good. I will give him that. I didn't watch it. I found out about it the next day. I wouldn't actually sit down and watch it. That sort of cage fighting thing, it's not my thing. I'll be honest. Hands up, not my bean, not my fun. But Jew where Jews go. I can't think of that saying. Tell me what that saying is, somebody. Just my mouth's not working. But credit where credit's due. That's what I'm looking for. 40 seconds is pretty good. Can anyone tell me if anyone has knocked anyone out quicker than that in this cage fighting? I have to admit, I think that's pretty impressive. But I'm still a Katie Taylor fan to the end, so go her. And now in other things, in Ireland, it is now illegal to sell nitrous oxide or laughing gas. Didn't know this is actually illegal to sell it for human consumption. I didn't know there was an option to buy it for human consumption. I know you can take it for medical reasons, but human consumption? What, you put it in a brownie? I'm not quite too sure what way you can consume it apart from inhaling it. I didn't know it was kind of an over-the-counter kind of a deal. You walk into the local chemist and go, hi, can I have a canister of laughing gas, nitrous oxide? What way would you buy this stuff? Kids are upstairs walking around. Excuse the noise if you can hear it. But it's now illegal. Didn't know you could buy it. Didn't know it was an option. But then, did any of you? If you didn't know you could buy it over the counter, buy it just where you can get it, comment below. On other things, Dublin Airport is 80 years old. It was just turned 80 years old. I've travelled in and out of Dublin Airport quite a bit. Whether travelling to Canada, the US, or just over to the UK, or in fact I travelled to Lapland once. Travelled to other airports, JFK, that was mad busy. New York wasn't as bad. Where else have I done? Obviously Toronto. Saskatoon in Saskatchewan, still one of my favourite airports, a little quieter. Southampton isn't as busy. London, Gatwick and Heathrow, I've done both of them. Can't think of the other one in London, just north of it. Cannot think what that airport. It'll come to me later, like everything does. Middle of the night, I'll think of what that airport is called. And obviously Rovaniemi Airport in Lapland, where we landed, and different airports around there. Haven't been to mainland Europe, still have to go there. Have you got a favourite airport? Comment below, let me know if you have an airport you really like. Have you travelled in and out of Dublin Airport at all? They actually have a calendar commemorating the 80 years. You can buy it online or at the airport. They have a place called The Loop where you can get your duty free and all that there. And I believe if you go online, you can buy it there. And it's really nice. It's not so much pictures. I think there's drawings and paintings of famous celebrities that have come through Dublin. And that's a very nice thing. Maybe to send to somebody overseas that you haven't seen. So that's it here. Let me know if anything's happening in your area. Let me know. During the summer, I'm hoping to travel around Ireland and add something a little extra to show you a bit around Ireland and show you around here in Offaly, starting here in Tullamore. Charleville Castle, which is up the road from us, is lovely. I haven't actually been in there yet, so I'm hoping to do that soon. I'm trying to go to the more out of the way places rather than the more common places that everyone can see. So let me know what is your favourite place where you'd like to see. We have an election coming up, so hopefully we'll have a new government soon. Goodness only knows what's going to happen. My own son Daniel is going to be voting in Ireland for the first time, so even though he's not a big political person, he's interested to see who's coming. That'll be different for him. He hasn't voted in Canada because we didn't have a vote there because we weren't citizens. So this will be his first time to vote anyway. And get out and vote. Even if you think they're a load of rubbish and you don't believe what they're saying, it's still your right to vote. And if you don't vote, then how are you going to get rid of the people that are there? And if you don't vote, then don't complain about the people that are then running the country. And you don't have a say. You didn't put your 2 cents worth in, so don't moan about the people who are there. So let me know what you think about this episode or this vlog. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell button. You know the usual things to do, but please subscribe. Let your friends know about the channel, and we'll talk to you again next week. Have a great day, and remember, no matter where you are, what's happening, I think you are awesome. And on that, bye.